I have beef with HyperSoda. Or Green Demon. I'm not sure what's happening with the naming, but I'll get into that at the end of the video. But I do have beef with him now. Now, you're probably wondering what's happened, as recently this situation has laid pretty low. But for the basic overview, HyperSoda essentially offered some rewards to somebody for giving them a service, but eventually he kept bringing up the reward until it was really, really high, and then eventually kind of just dipped and didn't pay it. This is in more detail on Spartan Cowboys video if you'd like to go there, but that is very violent with his language, so if you're someone that doesn't like to hear bad words, don't watch that. Eventually, he somewhat paid the reward, but he didn't give the full thing, and essentially that kind of led a lot of people to be really, really mad at him, and kind of the situation escalated from there, because a ton of people found out that he's actually kind of been stealing other content creators' ideas and thumbnails. Like right now, I'm putting on screen WowWithSarG's thumbnail, and as you can see, this is HyperSoda's thumbnail, and this is basically the same thing with a ton of text slapped onto it. He did the same thing with the Spartan Cowboy, except he changed it after I and a ton of other people gave him a ton of backlash. By the way, he asked his editor to do all this stuff, but don't worry, his editor didn't do anything bad, he was kind of just doing what he had to. Now, I didn't make a video on any of this because it didn't concern me until a few days ago. So, as you can see on screen right now, HyperSoda basically asked his editor to make him a profile picture that looked similar to mine. And honestly, I don't really mind that, because if someone likes my profile picture, sure, they can take inspiration from it. But this gets a little bit worse when his editor asks him if I gave him approval for this, which I didn't. Hyper then goes on to say that I did give him approval and that we were best friends, which we were friends, but never really best friends, so I don't know why he said that. Anyways, I think this is kind of just to deceive his editor, to make his editor think that I've given him permission to copy and take design from my stuff. Now, just to reinforce, I'm not saying that my profile picture is completely unique. It is just Sonic with two different faces, and honestly, anybody could copy that. Having a split thumbnail is really, really easy. But the thing is, the fact that he mentioned that I did give him approval is kind of where I'm starting to get annoyed at this situation. Remember the name change at the start? He changed from HyperSoda to Green Demon. Well, essentially, he went through kind of like a whole identity change, and now he goes by Green Demon instead of HyperSoda, and I think he's saying this is because he wants to be a Roblox creator and not really a Sonic Speed Simulator creator, which is really interesting because a ton of SSS creators have also come out recently, including myself, and said that we're probably going to be stopping our SSS content soon. But I'm not going to complain about that because that's something really common, and lots of people can change games really quickly. Although a majority of us do think that he's doing this because Chaotic Soda actually called him out and many others for using the soda part of their name, or maybe the chaotic part of their name, because there are a ton of creators called Chaotic Shadow, Chaotic this, Chaotic that, and none of them are bad. I'm not saying anyone's bad, but these guys all have Chaotix or Soda in their name, and HyperSoda kind of just said that this has kind of turned into a negative connotation of his name, and he basically called him out in Spartan's video. And I think after this, HyperSoda did go to change his name to Green Demon, and I think that's the main reasoning behind this. Now, to add even more to the copying, if you go to his recent shorts, you'll see that a ton of them are styled like this, where he's got the video and then full video across the bottom and top, and that's fine, I guess. But that's until you realize that's exactly what I've been doing on both Instagram and on YouTube recently. So if you want to go take a look at my shorts and see that I started this before him, then you can if you want to. Plus, a ton of his shorts have been laid out exactly like mine and other YouTubers recently. Now, this final thing isn't really copying, but it's that he used the same audio that NativeX11 and I use in our videos. Now again, no audio is anybody's, and I actually did tell him this, but the fact is that he actually used the same audio that others have been using for a long time, and then just said that it wasn't ours. As you can see on screen, he was just saying that it wasn't our audio. But let's play a game, guys. Let me pick an audio right now, and I want you guys to guess it. If you guess it correct, like a random audio, I'm gonna pick a random audio. If you get it correct, you can use that in all of your videos. Are you gonna get it correct? There's a ton of audios on the internet. The fact that you get one correct by random is really, really weird. And even taking inspiration isn't bad unless you use that same audio for the whole video. And honestly, that's why I've actually started to diversify the audio I use in my videos, and I'm going for a ton of other Sonic and Mario music, because Hyper actually just started using the same thing, which if you didn't know was the Super Mario New Donk City theme. So to sum it up, HyperSoda has essentially scammed, lied to, and betrayed a ton of people, and then has gone gone on to privately say that he doesn't really want many people to talk about this, including to me. Like, he's asked me in my DMs to not make a video on this, which is kind of strange because I just want to spread the word and let you guys know about what's been happening recently. But I'm not asking you guys to unsubscribe from anybody, but for you to research the situation yourself, watch Spartan's video, watch every evidence, and then come to a decision of who you want to support. Plus, if you're one of those HyperSoda ultra fans that comments on like every single one of his videos and says an amazing thing, and then literally goes to other channels and say that HyperSoda is not in the wrong, please don't comment on this video because I've seen you guys. You're probably his HyperSoda's friends, which nothing bad to you guys, but I've seen you guys literally go through all the videos that say HyperSoda is a scammer and say that HyperSoda didn't do anything bad. Like, heck, look at this channel right here that was literally made called Spartan Sucks. This was obviously made to represent the drama between HyperSoda and Spartan, and guess what his only video is? HyperSoda didn't do anything, here's the proof, when there clearly is proof everywhere else. So guys, if you're one of those people, please don't comment on this, as I know it's bias. Anyways, if you guys support me, let me know down below in the comments. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.